What's happening, guys? So here we are at Heathrow Airport at 9:25 in the morning. I was supposed to be on a flight now, but good old Virgin decided to push it back to 12:55, as you do. But the reason why we're flying with Virgin and we're here in the airport on a good old Friday morning is simply because Juni and Devontae have been running their mouth loads, in a good way. Simply the fact that over the last 6-7 weeks we had obscene amount of inquiries from students that they know, other people that are around the sort of East Coast area, asking me to help them make weight for max. So here we are, 6 weeks later, 12 to 15 clients due to compete over this weekend. And yeah, we're about to go and explore New York at the same time. So we're going to be along for the journey, and Luca's going to do some fucking sick edits at the same time, I imagine. So yeah, we shall see, and I'll keep you guys updated. So yeah, first part, get on the plane and get my ass over there. Peace. After forever in a day of waiting, here we are. Let's go. I don't see this often. You can bring all sorts of suitcase and luggage on there. Man's brought a wicker basket. Got some cheese and wine in it. At least there's some cheese in there, please share it. Never had this much traffic before in my life. Like, look at this. First time ever having an afternoon tea on a plane, and for you retrobates out there, yeah, this is how you do the scone. Cream first, then jam, not the other way around. And for those who do it different, you probably all love the tea because you're all nonsense. So we've landed and we've been in this queue of doom for forever and a day. Yeah, this is depressing. Waiting for my Uber, and then back there is Andre Galvao. Small world. Thanks, the OG. So finally made it to the Big Apple. Got myself checked in, a bit of a queue upon checking in. Dropped my stuff off, and now about to go and find some ramen, trying to get some good night's sleep. It's been a long old day. I think I've been awake for about 24 hours. Day 2. So, context. Yesterday was a long ass traveling day, literally ridiculous. I was up at 4 AM UK time. I didn't get here to my hotel until 7 PM, which would have been 11 PM UK time, so it didn't need like a whole 24 hours. Was exhausted, basically popped out last night. So I got my bags, gone, got some ramen, and then came back and just basically passed out. But yeah, over yesterday, we had the intention of seeing a few different clients compete and stuff. So we had Alessandro, Anthony, Frankie, and Anthony Gojani as well. All did really well, all won at least one match each type of thing. But again, obviously just didn't get to the final bit. Obviously this is Pans after all, it's very a deep bracket. For those who aren't aware of how the IBJJF system works, it's not a day before when, right? It's the same day when. We do manipulate people's weight on the week, basically. There's a certain sort of percentage that we look at. We try and sort of aim for like nothing more than 3% ideally. Again, sometimes there's a needs must depending on the individual and stuff like that, but that's ideally what we sort of aim for. And everyone made weight absolutely flawlessly. And we're now obviously on to technically day 2. So with that being said, today we've got Mede, we've got Juni having to officially weigh in. Juni's actually got an interesting one of mine because with black belts, because it's split over 2 days, right? You fight on the first day. I'll do the rest of it from here. So yeah, so that was just one of the clients that are making weight today, Mede. Juni, however, has black belt, obviously adult to do, and so black belts compete on the Saturday, and if they make it through to their finals, they compete on the Sunday. Now he has an odd number in his bracket, so technically he only has to weigh in today, and then obviously from there compete on the Sunday. He's done it before, so we're taking full advantage of it being a day before weighing in IBJJF, which is pretty cool. And then we've also got my main man Rick competing today. Super excited for him. He's a little bit nervous, bless him, but at the end of the day, he's doing Masters, Blue Belt, Ultra. He knows it doesn't need to necessarily be Ultra, so he doesn't have to worry about his weight and stuff. But I think what people don't get is Rick holds himself to a high standard, and the brand that he's created is obviously absolutely fantastic with Strom. And I think all he needs to do is just go and execute. Go be Strom is what I can say to him. Like, it's fucking, you don't have any old average Joe representing Strom. You are much better than that. And so that'll be fun today. Obviously, make sure his nerves are all settled and he's all cornered. And then I think we've only got a couple more people for the Sunday. But yeah, here we are. Here's this obviously Instagrammable view of New York, which I barely got to see last night. And then yeah, I'll keep you guys all posted for the rest of the day, and we're going to have some fun. So the thing I try and tell my clients is when they're out and about on holidays and stuff is try and stick to normal routine. So for me, we start the day with a cup of tea, 2 biscuits. So we're just off to our way to a nice looking bakery, and obviously grab ourselves a can of Monster, and then we'll probably get an Uber to the venue. Times Square. Well, since we're walking past the lid store, we're gonna have to get a new hat, aren't we, at some point today? So we got ourselves some good Monster, and then we're now getting a taxi to the venue. Every time I try and consider taking public transport, it just seems like I've got to get like 9 different changes, buses and everything else. So, and it's still going to take like 2 hours to get there. So I'm just going to bite the bullet this time. But yeah, all good. A little bit of Times Square, which is interesting. A lot quieter than I expected, but it's first thing in the morning. Hopefully this jet lag doesn't hit me too bad. And then yeah, once we get there, we'll do it sorted. So, after our car journey, we got to the arena. I'll show a quick video of it now. Finished off with tea and biscuits, basically. And now it's just a waiting game for people to turn up, make sure we're all on weight and everything's on track, and then get the ball rolling for today. So the interesting thing is, and some of you might hate me for this, but I've never actually been to an IBJJF event. I've helped people make weight for it literally hundreds of times, but seeing all set up now gives me kind of like a clear indication. Definitely for future sort of events to try and help clarify with that. But the interesting thing as well, like the facilities here compared to UK is absolutely obscene. It's just ridiculously huge for the space. Appreciate obviously this is a major and stuff, but I can't even comprehend a facility this big. Possibly some universities might have that, and obviously this is on a campus as well. But like, have a look and you'll see what I mean. Look how big this whole place is. It's got seating, it's got more seating and stuff like that. It's just absolutely insane. All on weight ready for tomorrow. Let's go. Easy work, easy work.
Beautiful. Don't allow her to do anything too much. Don't let her sit over that leg. That's it, don't worry. There's no heel hooks, there's no heel hooks. Goes to sword, there's no heel hook. Hide hers. Throw yours. Come up, come up, come up. There's no Aoki, brother. There's no heel hook. DQ. She can't do it. The heel slipped out. Good job, Mede. She was winning the round anyway. She was winning the round anyway. Let's go, Med. A lot of movement in the beginning. A lot of movement in the beginning. There. I like it. Hands low, hands low. Nice pull. Nice pull. There it is. Pay attention when she sits on her back. Pay attention when she sits on the back.
Take the turn.
Make sure you put the foot on. Good. That's nice. Constantly go. Get it. Get on there.
Hey. Let's go. So, last one of the guy to go is this man here. He seems really excited.
What?
What's your game plan?
Apparently I'm going to wrestle. And then it's been such a long time. What do you do after that?
You then just drop back for a purple.
Right. Right. Yeah, that.
That one. Yeah, it's fine. And then he's
Easy work.
And then becomes world champion. And then Tristan then promotes to purple belt.
I got to win 2 matches.
Yeah.
And Tristan said you can promote me to purple belt on the stand.
Perfect. Makes sense. Blue belt promoting blue belt.
Blue belt promotes shit at blue belt.
Blue belts rule the world, as we know.
That's also fake news. I don't even know what that fucking number means.
Big.
Oh,
Strong.
God damn. Okay, so a little bit more than 7 kilos to drop.
It's alright. You'll make Rooster wait in no time.
Grey belt.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll have a grey one.
Oh,
That'll be fine.
That's what you feel, yeah, when you win. Yeah? Pump the head, pump the head, pump the head, pump the head. Pump it, move it right, there we go.
Watch your throw, Angel. Watch your leg, yeah.
Here's what it is, brother. Right, from my main man.
Yurt.
We had plans for him competing here, unfortunately.
Yeah, shit. I slipped on a banana peel, you know what I'm saying?
Happens, but
I'll be back out there.
Back out there. How's the team done today?
5 out of 8 people placed, 3 champions. Fuck yeah.
More tomorrow?
Yeah.
More tomorrow.
Actually, no. Actually, just 1 tomorrow.
And then how many yesterday?
Probably 4 people competed yesterday.
And how many goals again?
3. 3 total.
Actually killing on the fucking team, bro.
Very nice.
Love to see this guy.
You're the man, bro. This is the best guy in the world.
So, Rick's match didn't necessarily go to plan. He had a chance to reflect on it. Thinks he could have done better on his stand-up, which I agree with. We live from these things. He's done more IBJJF events than I have, so it's all good. Technically, he's podium, so it's pretty sound. But yeah, basically end of a long day. Definitely the time difference is getting to me a little bit. Yeah, it's currently 5 to 4 here, so that means it will be 5 to 9 in the UK, so it's starting to hit a little bit, but I think we're going to wait for Rick to go and get his medal, and then we're going to head back into town, go and get some nice steaks or some food, and then watch a bit of the UFC this evening. But yeah, all in all, day one pretty much summed up here. Some cool matches to see, and obviously we've got lots more black belt finals tomorrow, which will be even better. So yeah, I will vlog the rest today and keep you posted. Peace. So, after a nice steak dinner, thank you Rick for that, we wandered around, got some gelato, and then yeah, just kept on wandering around. It's surprisingly busy, like even at this late at night in the city centre and stuff, so yeah, lots of weed everywhere, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, just back at the hotel, chill on a little rooftop bar we got. We'll have a little Coke Zero and then head off to bed. So there we go. But otherwise, guys, that's pretty much the end of day one. Start of day two. So last night the intention was to go out through Rick and Scott and go and find somewhere to watch UFC. By the time it came to the evening, we were both just all, well, most of us were shattered. Scott hasn't got a different times differences where he lives in Canada is exactly the same here, so it wasn't too bad for him. But we had a bit of a wander around, gone and got myself some sort of gelato with the guys, and then headed back to the hotel where I basically just passed out again. So yeah, I'm like umming and ahhing about trying to adjust the time difference here because we've only got today basically to deal with. Tomorrow I'm planning to go and do a class at Unity with Junie anyway, which is like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up at like 4 every time, and then obviously then I fly back home. So I'm like, is there really any point? So I'm like, okay, I might just hack it out for the time being. But yeah, start of day two. We've got, I think, 3 people off the top of my head. We've got Junie, we've got Dimitri, and then we've also got, I feel like someone else. I can't think of the top of my head. We've had so many people do this, but obviously it just takes up a lot of time and stuff like that. Obviously gonna go and get a tea and some biscuits, because that's how we always start the day. And then I'm gonna basically head on myself on the way to the venue. We've obviously got absolute finals and black belt finals today, which will be really, really cool to watch. And then fingers crossed we will get lots of medals for people, which will be really, really cool. And then I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do this evening. I'll see what Rick's gonna do. Rick obviously had his performance yesterday, so he's already booked another competition for next week because he's a little bit annoyed at, well, not annoyed, he just wants to, he's got the bug back now. Obviously he was saying about how he was a little bit concerned with injuries and stuff like that. So I think he's gone and booked himself for a competition in Vegas, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, I think he's off to Renzo's open mat this morning, so he's going to pop on over to the venue a little bit later. So mission this morning is get the bag packed. Got pissed I didn't bring any ankle socks with me, so I have to find some of them. Get the bag packed, go and get tea, go and get some Monster, go and get some cookies, head over to the venue, watch Junie fucking dominate his division, which I cannot wait. I've not actually seen him in person live. Roll, yeah, which will be really, really cool. And then go see the rest of the gang up there type of thing. And then, yeah, probably next time I will be recording this, you'll see me probably walking through New York. Yeah, but yeah, really, really cool place so far. So I forgot to add Hopefully that music in the background doesn't get us demonetized on YouTube. The taxi journey over here, Jesus fucking Christ, was an absolute fucking nightmare. But the guy was asking me for directions, like, bro, I don't live here. I paid for you to take me here. Like, what the fuck do you want about? And then doesn't understand throttle controls. Every 2 seconds it was, ooh. But anyway, one benefit was it was like a supercar cruise, which flew past with some absolutely amazing fucking cars, Ferraris, McLarens, Corvettes, the whole shebang. But anyway, last couple of clients gone, hasn't gone their way. Judy's podium. I know he'll be really disappointed with it all, but yeah, bit of a frustrating. Obviously, lost by an advantage, which was a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. But we go again. We get ready for Worlds. We'll prepare it all for that, which should be absolutely fine. Yeah, and then just the rest of the day, obviously a lot of purple belts on there, and just watch the rest of the black belts. So yeah, we'll just see and we can enjoy the rest of the day. We'll take it from there. But otherwise, guys, yeah, this is going to be the final bit of Pans wrapping it up.
Dimitri. Keep it. Okay. Into a good position, Dimitri. Let's train. Let's get a turtle. Hey, slow it down, Judy. Slow it down.
Hey. Pans, Jesus Christ. Some guys were throwing hands at each other as to what was going on, completely beyond me, but I thought jiu-jitsu comps were pretty chill, but hey ho, is what it is.
Back to back. Being able to do it all in 1 year, not many people have done that. I was the first American to do it.
Really? Right, end of Pans. So yeah, went back to Ginny's place briefly for him to get changed. We went for a nice Italian around the corner that he obviously took us to. Shout out to Ginny for treating me to dinner. He did not need to do that, but was very well appreciated. Put the words to rights on lots of different things. Had a very good chat about views. The one thing that really took me by surprise today, I might even change. It may have even changed my opinion on a lot of stuff. the intensity of the color belts, especially the purples today, was just absolutely insane. Like, it really took me by surprise, and to some degree now, where I have somewhat enjoyed obviously the sub-only circuit quite a bit, I've kind of frowned upon IBJJF. This is probably a conversation more for majors rather than just opens, but the level is certainly leagues above, right? And I think what dawned on me is that the sub-only scene is reliant on quality matchmaking, and to be honest, I don't think even the matchmaking, even on some of the big shows, are of a good standard. Obviously, I think there's some shows that sort of set themselves apart, which is good, but the majority of them are just, can you make this weight? Are you of this belt? And that's it. There's no consideration for what the style of the person is. So you can end up with people being amazing submission hunters, let's say, but haven't really been tested, which I know I've ranted about before. Whereas IBJJF, like, you're getting people obviously internationally, obviously come to these events, and some of them are absolutely throwing it down as if they're literally like they're defending their family's honor. And that's not even like a little stab at, like, I don't know, certain nations that could be quite patriotic around the sport type of thing. I'm sure you can get my drift with this. Like, take the Brazilians, I'll just say it out as it is. So yeah, I've definitely taken a different look at it, even to put away the bias of my preference on leg entanglements and stuff like that, and not being able to do much of it at blue belt type of thing, and above up until we're in brown belt. But yeah, really interesting. Had some, like I said, I've forgotten her name, but she was also there at dinner with us as well. She's a black belt as well, competed multiple times and everything. I'll find her name out and obviously I'll plug it in type of thing. But yeah, really good. And just again, just hearing her aspects of different things as well, which is very interesting. So yeah, felt a little bit obviously imposter syndrome. It was obviously I'm just a little blue belt at the end of the day, but having 3 black belts who have competed at many majors there, and having their thoughts on stuff was very intriguing, to the least. But yeah, that's basically it. Feel very tired, feel very lethargic. Jet lag has obviously hit me hard. Tried to link up with Rick, but Rick's just pissed in a bar somewhere. Trying to convince him to do training, so tomorrow morning, got to pack up nice and early, hoping I'll wake up obviously early doors anyway, and then make sure everything's all in check. And then next thing tomorrow morning will be a class at Unity with Johnny and everyone else. So I've been rest assured that Johnny trusts his students to be nice and safe with me, which will be cool. So I'm really concerned about my leg. Yeah, I just got to make sure it's nothing stupid type of thing, but it should be all good. Really looking forward to that. This is probably one of the details which really bugged me this year, is where I've traveled a bit more and been around some absolute legends of the sport. I've had to miss out on the opportunity due to this, obviously, the injury with the knee type of thing. Not to bang on about it, but I'm sure you catch my drift. Like, the opportunity to roll with like Bones, PJ Barch, Chris Wojcik, like Kaya, like Dan Schwartz, Kamal, like DeAndre, Gianni, Judy, like had so many people. And unfortunately it's just held me back a little bit. I bumped into Gianni today. That was another good catch up with him as well. But yeah, again, it's just a bit frustrating, but I think hopefully, like I said, I'll have a bit of play tomorrow, which will be quite nice. Hope it all goes well, and then we'll out to breakfast for one last sort of final meal before a few of us make a move from here type of thing. So yeah, and I think obviously tomorrow will be a little bit more exploration before I go and make a dash to the airport. But yeah, really cool trip. New York is very overstimulating and very bright, very loud, as you can kind of expect. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the journey so far. Hopefully it's not too fucking boring with this chat. But yeah, all been good so far. Get some sleep and we'll take it from there. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the morning. So a quick room tour before I leave. Pretty small. Bed. TV, you can watch TV. Over here, a little bit of a fridge. Sink, oh, yo. Bathroom, shower. It's a very cool view. Yeah. Tidy room, did the job. Catch you next time, yo tell.
There's a vlog.
There is a vlog. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are.
I find all these basement gyms, it's quite hard to breathe. It's quite humid.
Do you just have poor cardio?
My cardio is fucking sick, bro.
And I'll never forget after that.
So morning class has been done. We just finished off at Unity with Juni and Mede. Juni hates us both because we're just spazzy blue belts.
And he was very cross when we got here.
Yeah, and doesn't like anything that's not fundamentals, as we've come to realise. And there's me spamming
It's funny.
reverse close guard as much.
It's funny, a lot of the people who are actually good at jiu-jitsu say the same thing. There might be something in it, I don't know.
But then you just IBJJF champions. What do they know?
Well, they know how to play points, right?
Yeah, exactly. Points me nothing.
Points mean prizes. Yeah, I'm hungover. Didn't want to get up this morning.
Fair play to you, actually. I didn't think you were going to come. So.
Only because I literally bought a double espresso in a can and put it next to my bed. And I woke up for a piss. I thought, well, if I drink this, so I drank that at 6, and then like went back to bed, and then at 6:30 I was like, okay, I'm awake now. So
I was like, oh, the time difference is not doing too bad. It like moved forward by half an hour, so I woke up at like 5 this time rather than half 4. So
yeah.
I was like, cool. And then
I go to Vegas not tomorrow, the day after, and I think that's back in time again.
yeah, you're going to be another 3 more hours.
Something like that.
That's going to be disgusting. But anyway, final day. We're going to go. I got a meeting, and then coffee, and then
Coffee.
lunch brunch with the crew, and then basically.
I'm not going to lunch with the crew.
No.
I'm going to go jack off in my hotel
He's
room.
just trying to steal my clients. Like, oh, I do it.
When have I tried to steal your... I don't want your clients.
No, you're just trying to poach them back. Wow, best nutritionist in jiu-jitsu.
I am. I'm also the least interested.
I know.
So I guess it's like that person who's technically really, really excellent, but also doesn't compete, isn't interested, and has got better things to do.
I'm obsessed. I know who fucking everyone's dog walker is in jiu-jitsu. Let anything else.
You do. Credit to you. I don't, because I don't care enough. But
only a few parts, but I was like, damn.
I'm Jay's daddy, and he knows it.
Nice t-shirt, bro.
The Americans are generally not very good at this, but they've done a nice job of this.
Yeah.
So from memory, that's the visitor centre.
Yeah.
On the other side over there.
You did what? Sorry.
So I just realised probably the last few clips probably didn't make sense, so I'll put some context behind it. So went to train jiu-jitsu at Unity with Johnny and Rick. Went with Rick to go and get a bagel and go and check out Ground Zero, and then went from Ground Zero to go and have a brunch with the rest of the gang. So I kind of like last meal basically. Said our goodbyes. I'm going to the hat shop to go and get myself a new little bonnet or whatever you want to fucking call it. And then yeah, just made my way back to the airport, ready to go and fly. It's currently 7:07. My flight is not going to kick off until 8:30. It's got an hour and a half to kill. Due to it being like a night flight, hopefully I can sleep all the way through. So by the time I wake up in the UK, I should be back adjusted to the UK time zones. But it's been an epic trip since the start. I'm sure I'll do a little final video on how it's all gone since and have a chance to reflect on it. But yeah, busy old fucking weekend. 12 clients all competing, some medals, some not medals, some great experiences. You win and you learn, all that fucking jazz. And yeah, what a great time in New York. Don't think I can live here forever. It's a bit too much for me. Maybe that's just the country boy in me. Maybe my wife used to turn me into a country guy after all, rather than a townie, she likes to say. And definitely inspired to potentially do a lot more IBJJF in the future. After being so focused on sub only and seeing the levels at majors is just insane. So yeah, all fucking fantastic. But yeah, I will probably do a little bit of clips on the plane, and then probably next time I speak to you will probably be in the UK. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the journey. Try to make it as entertaining as possible. And just to confirm, no burgers were bought after what our homeless man said. Catch you in a bit. Oof.
Back to your original seat. The weight and balance of the air.
We're about an hour away from Heathrow, so I've just basically slept through the majority of the flight. Bosh, and we're back. So, Summary of the trip. Loads of clients made weight. We had some injuries, we had some pull-outs, we had some sickness, we had some interesting opportunities that we weren't aware of before No-Gi Pans happened. So some clients competed, some clients didn't. A few medals, a few good matches, a few lessons, as they kind of always say in jiu-jitsu. And I think this whole trip has definitely opened up my eyes as to the intensity of majors. I didn't really have that much respect for IBJJF just because of the rule set, the payment, the way that they kind of like run their shows, and like, again, sort of like take your money and run type of attitude. And sitting there and watching that all evolve, it really made me aware that however sexy the submission only circuit looks, you're heavily reliant on the promoters and the matchmakers to do a good job, right? Most of the time it's like, you're a blue belt at 85 kilograms, you're a blue belt at 85 kilograms, you guys can fight with no consideration as to what the actual quality is like, right? Whereas at the majors, you would get the best blue belt at Brazil at 85 versus the best blue belt from America at 85, and they would just throw down. And they would literally scrap if their life depends on it. And the ironic thing is, there's nothing on the line. There's no money. Yeah, there's obviously status shit, there's stuff like this, and so you could just see the heart and the passion going into it. It's absolutely insane. And not to say these guys couldn't do so only. If anything, they're working in an environment which is 10 times harder, less time on the matches, have to take points into consideration, can't do all submissions as well. So again, this whole trip has really opened up my eyes to that level, and again, it's just giving me a new level of sort of respect for the IBJJF format, especially for members. I don't know if I agree, I'd say, with opens, right? Opens obviously can have a few less people there type of thing, but all in all, was a wild, I wouldn't say it's like 72 hours, I think it's a bit longer type of thing, but definitely, again, another great story to tell the grandkids for this, and just very much looking for the rest of the year. And I think I'll just sign this off by saying, again, this year's been absolutely insane in terms of the amount of trips that we've done. Got another one coming up this week in terms of Grapple Fest, which should be fun, and then another local one in Bristol type of thing. So the train don't stop, we've still got things to go. And guys and girls, just again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the support, the likes, the comments, the shares. Without that sort of like help of growing this platform, I wouldn't be in this position to do this. So again, I literally thank you for being able to put me in this position to do that. And of course, my job is still crazy. This is something I dreamed about whilst I was at university, and here I am sort of living it type of thing. It's not all really sunk in. So as to where's next on the cards, I'm not quite sure if there's any other major trips the rest of the year, but you never know who might drop in the DMs and be like, yo bro, do you want to fly us out for UFC BJJ or something like this, and help them with that. But we'll just see. But otherwise, guys and girls, hope you enjoyed the trip. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, and yeah, by the time I think this comes out, Grapple Fest would have finished, and I will probably see you all in person. But have a good one. Peace.